Okay, so I don't need to put the earplugs.
I think you should check both options, because yesterday when I spoke, I realized that it's probably more comfortable without the earplugs on, provided you don't have too much noise around you.
Sure, as long as you can hear me, I'm not going to go in for the earplugs. I think I'll be good.
No, you're coming in loud and clear.
Oh, sure, Deepa. So how do we know if we are going live right away, or is there?
I see participants joining in. I think we can start now. Can you see me? Okay, sorry, I lost you there for a bit. Can you see me and hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Yes. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Deepa Rao Acharya. I'm the moderator for today's very interesting session. A little bit about myself. I'm an author and a social entrepreneur, which is all the more reason why I'm excited to be moderating this particular session. As you all know, the topic is the need for digital presence in the current scenario. And honestly, I can't think of a more timely topic for the unusual times that we are living in, because a strong digital presence for businesses can make all the difference today. In fact, in today's challenging times, I have truly experienced myself that your business can not just survive, but also thrive in these challenging times because of a strong online presence. Before we start our session formally, let me introduce our wonderful speaker for the evening. She's the very accomplished Rachna Ganatra. Welcome, Rachna.
Thank you so much, Deepa.
A little bit about Rachna. Rachna has over a decade of experience in marketing analytics, research, and business development in multiple verticals. That is technology, healthcare, FMCG, and e-commerce. She heads strategy and business development for Social Beat, a well-known digital marketing agency with offices in Chennai, Bangalore, and Mumbai. She's also a part of the founding core committee of the organization. Rachna is a facilitator for the I Am Remarkable program by Google, an initiative that empowers women and underrepresented groups to speak openly about their accomplishments in the workplace and beyond. She's been awarded the Women Super Achiever Award by the HRD Congress and the Women Leadership Award at the Tamil Nadu Brand Awards. She has also been recognized as the top 50 super media superwomen in 2018 by Social Samosa. That is truly a very, very commendable list of achievements, Rachna. Over to you now. And before you start, let me just remind you, you will have 10 minutes to speak, after which we can take a queue of questions.
Sure. Thank you so much, Deepa. First, I would like to, say a big thank you to the Women Economic Forum and Dr. Harbeen Arora for having me at this very prestigious forum as a speaker and awardee. I feel immense gratitude today to the Almighty to have me before here, a very accomplished audience, women of grit, determination, and a vision. With, it's just I feel such immense gratitude for this. So thank you. I've had a career span of about 18 years, starting as a research investigator in a very traditional education system at the Madras Institute of Development Studies. I moved into the corporate order rather seamlessly, although that was not what I had set out to do initially. However, my life has always been guided by a quote from Marianne Williamson, which is atonement means putting love first in business as well as everything. So this one principle, I think, has helped me move from one place to the another without facing much of, tension or traction or whatever that you may call. From then on, I moved on to an analytics company, and then I jumped into the digital marketing company about a decade ago, when people didn't even know what it was unheard of. With a very high flying career, I had suddenly moved into a small startup with 5 of us in a 250 square feet office in Chennai. And this was all because I wanted to do it and I loved it. And so here I am, 8 years later, a part of the core committee of the same organization, which has now 170 employees across 4 cities. I'll add one more that to what you said. We've also opened up our Delhi office recently. And I'm very proud to say that about 65% of our payroll is are women, right? So that is, and I'm here today to represent each and every woman from my organization. And I also very proudly state that we have got about 150 clients to establish their businesses online very successfully in the course of these 8 years. So I'm very delighted to speak from my heart about the need of digital presence in the current scenario, and more so in the context of women entrepreneurship in this domain, because I think it's very important to address that in this forum, right? So I'm going to start with some obvious data in the patterns in the usage of internet itself. Even pre-COVID in our country, the first and the most important reason that every businesses should have been online or found a connect with their customer was merely because of the amount of internet usage in our country, right? So we had about 60 million people already using internet, which was growing at about 32% year on year, right? And even the data usage, which because of the introduction of Geo, it had grown 9 times, especially in the smaller towns, right? There are more than about 200 million users today on Facebook, about more than 280 million users today on YouTube, right? The invent of social media has changed the way we communicate and express ourselves to the world. Be it a family, a friend, a citizen, a consumer, a brand, a social movement, it has shown that the power of all these collective voices can make a change in the world. It can impact businesses and move critical information really, really quickly. Social media is a medium that has heard us, it has saved us, it has informed us, and it has educated us. In the current COVID era, where social distancing is becoming a norm and people barely leave their homes, they are mostly on their phones and laptops. And that's the most effective way to reach them today, is to be present online ourselves, right? So that itself is a huge reason why today all businesses and enterprises should look at how they can quickly create a line of business even on the internet. So let me just bring out a few advantages, or other generic advantages of having an online business or having a connect online with your customers, right? The most important thing is a greater market reach, right? You move beyond boundaries. You're not stuck to those 20 people who come to your physical store every day. You can reach huge volumes of businesses, and your website can handle as many as customers as possible, that which would not have been physically possible for you to do, right? So you have the least employed manual resources to achieve that, right? So that is one of the most important advantages of having an online business, right? Secondly, marketing your business online gives you a better rate of investment than your traditional marketing activities. A hoarding that people put, in on the roads would cost any brand like 20 to 40 lakhs minimum easily, right? With the same amount of budget, today you can go online, target only those customers that are looking for your product, and really get great returns out of it, right? So that's the one of the biggest advantages, is that you can actually see which channels are working for you, who is actually reacting to what kind of messaging, and all of this is all data collated that is in front of you, and you can make your marketing decisions, your investment decisions so easily and so seamlessly month on month, right? Even before the COVID issue, the pandemic started, it was estimated that the digital media will reach 5.1 billion, and it will cross print media in 2021, right? So these trends were on, right? Because of COVID, now these will move even much faster. Then thirdly, what I see is that the use of a website, social media, emails, you are much more closer to your customer. You don't have any middlemen to deal with, right? You can understand your customer behavior also very, very scientifically. And this is through direct feedback mechanism, where the customer will talk directly to you and you will talk directly to the customer, right? in the COVID scenario, brands are even using technology like augmented reality and virtual reality to basically give customers experiences which they would have had in a store. For example, you can try a piece of jewelry online, and you can even buy it online without going to a store, right? A lot of builders, for example, today give virtual reality trips to tours of their property to their prospective buyers, so that they don't have to keep making visits to the site before they buy an apartment or they rent an apartment, and so on and so forth, right? So that is one clear trend that we've been seeing post COVID, that people that brands are offering these innovative ways, right, online, to get the customer to buy without going and experiencing something physically, right? In the current pandemic, what we've seen is that the businesses who were already online were far more agile than the ones who were not online, right? The businesses that had an online strategy in place bore a much lesser brunt, as they already had an established sales and logistic channel. So all they needed to do was to find innovative ways and be more agile. For example, you might have noticed this as well. A lot of garment and consumer product advertisements, suddenly you would see that they were also selling masks and sanitizers and all the protective gear that we are using during the pandemic. So all these businesses that had an e-commerce site already were selling through Amazon, found it easier to rather include more products on their portfolio and go sell it online, right? Also, if you have noticed that the brands started communicating very differently to the consumers, right? At a time like a pandemic like this, we cannot go and just talk about the product USPs, right? It's a very sensitive time where we have to understand what the people are going through. So you're not just talking about the product, you're talking about how do you emotionally connect. For example, Apple had started this campaign of drawing a rainbow, right? Which really went viral because so it was started by this nurse who drew a rainbow and put it outside her window, right? To say that there is hope after this darkness. That is what it had to signify. Also, McDonald's had started a campaign saying, bring McDonald's to home, which means you buy McDonald's online, we'll deliver it at your home and make McDonald's at your, at home. What Nike also did very interestingly is that said that be a good player and play your best game inside your house, right? So win it like that. So all these brands started communicating, they made their communication very relevant to the audience, and they did it in real time, right? For a traditional business marketing strategy, typically creating hoardings and giving away flyers takes time, but here it is right done at the in real time. You capture your customer and communicate to them, and that was one of the biggest advantages of brands that were online and established, right? So that is one of the things that to be kept in mind, is that it helps you being online, keeps you in line with what is trending at any point in time, whether it is to do with a war, whether it is to do with a pandemic, even if it is to do on a daily basis. If some event has happened, you are going to blend your communication, your brand communication along with that to the consumers and make it more relevant for them, right? Now, I would also say, why a digital presence more so for a women entrepreneur? So if you look at, we women, right, we are constantly struggling for a work-life balance, right? And one thing about being digital is that all you need is an internet to run your business. You do not really have to, be in an office space or in a storefront to be there to have customers to, things. So you have a better work-life balance. You have more flexibility when you're digital. So that is one of the greatest advantage, I would think, that going digital offers. It gives you the flexibility of being, anywhere and still being able to run your business, right? Then the other very important thing is the internet. It kind of eliminates any sort of bias, right? So you don't know if you're buying from a a female-run company? Is it Indian that you're buying from? Is it a German you're buying from? You don't know the person behind the company. You know the brand, right? So that invisible layer between the customer and you, it really helps, right? So yes, people can be judgmental sometimes, right? So as a brand, it gives that it does not bring it to the individual, but it keeps it at the brand level. So having your business online, having a digital presence helps in more than many ways, right? So coming back to, there are some women who probably wouldn't have thought of, starting an online business, for example, or irrespective, I think male or female, right? And I think this is the right time also, given the, how do I put it, the economic or the financial situation or the opportunities available. There are, I think, more than 50 schemes that the government today gives for startups, right? They have, to encourage the startups, there are more than 50 schemes. There are some 3-year tax holidays also that you can get. There are some very specific schemes also that women can basically avail of. So to start off on the financial side, there is a lot of support available, right? So many of them would think, oh, I don't have funding right away. I don't know how to go about it. There are many ways that one can go about it, and those opportunities are there for you to avail, basically. Then coming on to the knowledge side of it, right? So many people are intimidated of the fact that how do I change this traditional setup into a more, how do I go into suddenly digital from being so traditional? I have no knowledge about it. Now, trust me if you will, there is so much content available online, and platforms like Google and Facebook offer a variety of free courses. And I am one of those persons who took a variety of those free courses and certifications initially when I jumped into from analytics into the digital industry. And these courses actually helped me, right? So these courses are very good courses. They also come with certifications. There are institutes also out there like DigiGrad. It's one of the sister concerns of SocialBeat where I work, where there are plenty of courses available for entrepreneurs to go and understand digital. And it is not that difficult. So people should not get intimidated by this whole thing of, oh, from traditional, how do I go digital, right? Also, people are most times afraid of the traditional mindset of the customers itself. But they have not touched it, felt it. How do they buy it? But listen, we are in times now that there is no choice, right? I don't even go for my own vegetable shopping anymore. So I have to just go onto the app and, order whatever vegetables come home. But of course, brands do believe in keeping their quality up. So I have not been disappointed at all. But times are changing. People are changing. So that is something that people should keep in mind, that it's not such a difficult process, both on you initiating it and your customers accepting it. Slowly, everyone will accept. Even today, smaller districts and towns, people are using internet, right? A lot of brands are marketing in vernacular. They are marketing in the Indian languages itself. So that irrespective of whether they know English or they don't know English, as long as they know their mother tongue, they will be targeted. And these ads or, the communication will go to them, right? So a lot is happening even on that side, right? And let's not forget, a lot of retail brands I have been talking to during this COVID pandemic who have like 35,000 square feet space in Chennai. And what I realized that they're doing is they're using WhatsApp video to basically, communicate with their prospective clients. For example, to buy a sari, right? So the storekeeper goes around the showroom, showing the different saris and perhaps taking it out and showing how it's draped and so on. So even WhatsApp is taken, a different side, and WhatsApp video is being getting used aggressively. Although I think the future of that would be still be like, using more of AR, basically getting people to try it on, just the feel of it right where they are. That's where it is all going to move finally, right? So that is one of the things to be kept in mind, that it is not intimidating. You can go ahead. Times are changing, right? So, however, if you look at the current scenario, right, all the businesses have to think out of the box. We may come out of this pandemic sooner or later, but there is one important question to be answered in front of all of us. How can I continue irrespective in the future? So it's coronavirus that has come. It does not mean, okay, hope nothing else happens. But what if something else like this comes? Is my business resilient enough? Because it has been more than 4 months now, right? That all businesses have, at least the ones that are not online, have suffered immensely, right? So this is one important question that every business has to answer for themselves. How can I continue irrespective in the future? How can I be more relevant to my consumers, no matter where I stand, where I am, what I do, what are they going through, so on and so forth, right? I would like to end by saying that the need for digital presence in the current scenario is just not a necessity anymore. It is just not a necessity anymore. It is becoming inevitable. Just believe in yourself and reap the advantages of this revolution. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rachna. Very, very well spoken. Being, like I said, a social entrepreneur and a digital influencer myself, I have to say there were very valuable takeaways that I received as well. We have a question here for you. This is, after all, the Women Economic Forum, so we have to look at things like, budgeting and economics and logistics. So what if a brand cannot afford to, say, build a website or really go all out on an online presence for themselves? So what would your solution be to that?
There are multiple, other ways you can look at. So when you don't have your own digital presence, right, you can look to selling through third parties. Now, when I say about third parties, I'm talking like platforms like Amazon, there is Flipkart, there is Shopclues. Also, if your products are very alike to another player in the market who is doing very well on the online space, you can perhaps contact them and be a supplier to them, right? So you may work indirectly, but not as your own brand. So at least you can start with that till the time you have the budgets. Also, a lot of women are selling, there is an app called Meesho. I don't know how many of you all have heard about the app called Meesho. So this app is very popular in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities, where women actually through WhatsApp send links of products to their network and their friends, right? So every time a product purchase is made, the app gives them a certain percentage as income, right? So the channels are immense. You can sell even through your own Instagram. I'm sure you know this far better than I do about Instagram, Deepa. So, on those platforms as well, you can go ahead and sell. So you can perhaps, link your Instagram platform to your product link on Amazon and, get the sale done. Yeah. So you don't really need a website. Yeah.
Okay. That was very enlightening. I think we have time for one last question. Suppose, we are talking about B2B online marketing, vis-a-vis marketing directly to, say, consumers. Is there like a major difference in strategizing for this?
Yes, there is actually a huge difference, I would say, because in the B2B marketing, you're not really selling, mostly you wouldn't be selling a commodity which is popular, right? So you don't have mass audiences. Most B2B players, and B2B is usually very niche, right? A lot of that, the strategy for that is a little more different, because that is more based on things like search engine optimization and content marketing, right? Not so much on running digital media ads, not so much on advertising. It is a smaller portion. I wouldn't say it can be completely eliminated. For the brand side, yes, they use a lot of, you can use digital ads, but mostly it is the content and the SEO, simply because what happens is when specific businesses are looking for them, they put in specific key terms into the Google search. So it is important for these brands to optimize their content and their keywords so they are discoverable for those keywords. For example, if there is an industrial air conditioner, right, and it's a B2B market in that case, so it will have specific terms in there, right? So one is that. The second thing that B2B companies should really focus on is on their thought leadership. So whichever area that they are in, they should basically come out as people who know the most about it, right? So they should establish with their thought leadership by their blogs, for example, for the kind of content on their website, and so on and so forth. That's how they'll be able to build trust on anybody who visits their website, right? So they would know that this brand knows everything that they're talking about. So yes, B2B marketing does differ a lot from how you market to your direct consumers. So that is the way to go about it.
Wonderful, Rachna. I think we can take one last question now. I like the fact that when you began, also your thrust was on women who are in this field. And personally, also being a woman myself and sort of in this field a little bit, I'm curious to know, for example, we've seen that women leaders across the world have been handling this pandemic so much better. There's been a lot of buzz about that. So would you say that in this kind of a challenging business environment, you've noticed that women have been more agile in adapting, maybe? Would you say that?
Let me tell you one fact that is from my personal experience, right? So, like I said, there are 65% of the payroll of social beat is filled in by women, right? And I think it's, yes, been a very generic quality itself. I don't know about the pre and a post pandemic scenario at all. I usually see women being more agile, right? Because of the way it has been. So between having a conference call and having take 10 minutes break and getting your food ready or trying to clean up something, we've always done it. Multitasking has been, there in women already. So I do feel that irrespective of the pandemic, women have been very agile. And yes, that is why I think a lot of world leaders that you spoke about, right? Because those countries, for example, I think New Zealand and so on, where the leadership has been, the pandemic is really like gone, right? From, the coronavirus has really come down in those places. I think beyond even being agile, I think women are very empathetic. So, and when it comes to digital marketing itself, when you're connecting with your customers, right, that's where you need to be. You need to be in the heart of the customer and be empathetic when you're marketing to your customer. So I feel that is why I think women do better. I'm sorry to say, I'm not trying to say that men don't do well, but a lot of social media campaign managers and social media are women, and hence it comes from there. Yeah.
Wonderful. It's time now to end this very enlightening session. It's my pleasure to say that Rachna, you're winning the Iconic Woman Award, Iconic Woman Creating a Better World for All. After having listened to you, I must say it is truly most well deserved. This is a very unique digital award which will be reaching you soon. It is specifically, for you being such a wonderful change maker in your field and for making this world a better place for all. Thank you so much.
That is so sweet. Thank you so much, Deepa.
Thank you so much.
All of you. Thank you.
Would you like to end with a few words? Anything more you would like to add?
No, I think not much, but really immense gratitude to be on this forum again. It's so good to see how women are backing each other up, right? Contrary to the beliefs that we've been said that women are jealous, women are this and that. I've attended a lot of these sessions and such brilliant women out there, right? See, earlier on, going to work was always a push factor for women. Either the husband died, there was a financial problem, so on and so forth. But today, look at how the world is changing. The women want to be out there because they are great thinkers, they are innovative, they are achievers. So it's fabulous. And y'all are celebrating that, and it's great to be a part of that celebration.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry, my screen has gone blank. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly fine.
Okay, I think we've been joined now by our next speaker, Norma. Norma, are you there? Norma?
Okay, normally it's Rashna before me regarding to the program, but I don't know.
No,
you hear me?
we finished Rachna's session.
Okay. Okay, then.
I guess I'll give her the room.
Sorry, just
yes, Rachna, if you don't mind, yes.
Yeah, I'll just give
We'll
her
have
the
to
room.
do the segue now.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Let's see you. Bye-bye. Hi, Norma.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Hi.
Hello, Norma.
Hello, Deepa. Nice to see you. Nice to see you all. So
I think we have a few minutes before we start this session. Just give me a minute.
Perfect. Because actually I was trying to upload something but I don't. So there are some files which are missing here for me. But okay,
Did you want to take a few minutes to do that?
Yes, it will be great if
yeah,
we can.
Please
We have what 5 minutes more or?
Yes,
3?
about 4 minutes more, 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay, perfect. I will try to do something again. So normally I have more than 12 minutes, yes?
Yes, you are the only speaker, so you will have more time.
But you will moderate a little bit if I'm going a little bit confused or too long or what? Yes.
Don't worry. I'm here for you. Yes.
Okay, thanks. So I'm just trying to find this thing.
Are you ready now?
Not yet. Just one minute more, if it's possible to get this thing. So I will start without those screens, and then I will go a little bit with images.
Okay. Are you ready now? Can we start?
I just have to. Okay, I'm like this now. Finish or. Yes. So I hope I'm I'm ready.
I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Deepa Rao Acharya, and our next session is extremely interesting. The topic is Art in Transition, which is about the impact of technology on art. And why I'm happy to be moderating this session is because art is personally a passion of mine, And as an art lover, I've been watching with interest, art institutions have been increasingly embracing new media and technology for various things from display, promotion, marketing, thus creating a unique experience for us art lovers. The other thing is technology has also increased access to the arts. And in fact, I must mention, I very recently bought a painting from a famous artist, and I first viewed it through social media. If not for social media, I would never have had the chance to buy that beautiful painting. Then there is a French friend of mine, an art critic and dealer, and he attended a webinar on Faberge eggs, which happened in Russia while sitting here in Bangalore. So the possibilities are absolutely endless. And I take this chance to welcome our speaker for this session. That's Norma Disson-Pickman.
Yeah.
Norma, did I get your name right?
Yes, there's some big man. It's okay.
Okay. Welcome, Norma. Before we begin, I would love to know, where you come from, a little bit about you, and a little bit about the work that you do.
Okay. Okay, so thank you very much, Deepa. I'm really glad also that I'm in contact, that I'm dialoguing with you, because I go through your view, and so I see that you're really acquainted with arts, and you are writing a book and with very interesting things. So it makes me very happy. So in general, I'm really amazing with all this, with this incredible possibility to have, to participate in the WEF Bangalore from home, and to be present like this. And so very much thanks to Dr. Harbin, to all the team who made it possible, and so I'm very happy. So maybe okay, I will start a little bit with with what I'm doing. So I'm actually a painter and sculptor and intermediate artist, and I'm founder of NoraVision Gallery and NoraVision Decentralized Arts Ecosystem. So maybe I will go, because we don't have really possibility to screen sharing. So I will do a little bit, we'll go a little bit through the works, and then I will continue with the topics. And also I'm really amazed with this possibility of technological change and technological possibility to have access to different things, and to have modifications possible with all the computer possibilities. And so yes, I go first with the works. And here, because I love very much the ancient and the modern, so the combination of very ancient and also very ancient techniques. Like here we will see paintings from aquarelle and ceramics, which are really very old techniques. And with this manipulation of images through the media, through the screen sharing, or it can be through video editing and all that. But in general, I have to say that technology can have, let's say, mainly three kinds of impacts. So technology can help us, or can transform our vision of reality, like it was before in the case of camera obscura, and so famous paintings of Vermeer with this girl with a pearl ring. So it was possible to do it with the help of this technological camera obscura. And after all that, we have photography, which is also kind of transformation for the painters, and hyperrealism is also possible via all this photography. And Monet, but not Manet, also he was much working with, he was helping himself with photography, or Bonnard, etc. So many. And then after we have colleges, and we have like transformation of serial of this Marilyn Monroe through the Andy Warhol prints. So we see that technology it helps us to build, to even in that creative process. And so here I will show a little bit. I don't know. We can see back in the back we see two sculptures of, no, not really here. These are Buddhas, like female Buddhas. So they're made from polyester. We will see after. So I go through the. I go exactly here through the to see this. This was a project of polyester sculptures, but actually, what I would like to say regarding to technical possibility. So we scanned this sculpture via, and we have here a small example of this. So these are kind of technology involved in the creative or in the representative or in the reproduction processes. But then another kind of technology is then like you were speaking about this impact of coronavirus to the accelerative use of technology, and also arts are part of this transformation. So I'm presenting on the Artsy platform, and during COVID, the Artsy platform was really sometimes it was not possible to upload works because there was so many people on the platform. So and the third let's say huge project or huge issue we are facing is the let's say valorization of the artworks. So we have the problem of the valorization of the artworks, and with the Norwegian decentralized arts ecosystem, we are trying to do the how it's called, to put the artists in the center of the ecosystem, to tokenize themselves, so they may be able to share gross revenues with community of investors and collectors. So here we have this model that the artists are in the center and the galleries, auction houses, collectors and investors are around. And as we know that the art market is very huge, and let's say it was, I don't know how, it was 67.4 billion US dollars last year, with the predominance of United States over United Kingdom and China. And we have this huge gap between the big names like Jeff Koons, whose silver the sculpture Rabbit was sold for 91 million at Christie's, and or this Mauricio Catalan ready-made Wall Scotch Banana, which was sold at Art Basel Miami for $120,000. So and we see also that little by little galleries are, the physical galleries are not opening anymore. There are less galleries that are open. And COVID is accelerated arts to go digital massively. So another vision is a decentralized arts ecosystem in which an eclectic pool of artists, investors, collectors, auction houses and galleries gather in effort to raise awareness of the world's most talented artists through liquidable digital asset investments, an AI-powered digital community, and blockchain-driven authenticity and tracking protocols. So what does it mean actually? I will go back to we will see a little bit each other. So let's say we have problem of authenticity and certification of the artworks. And we are working with Dart company. I will show after the guy who is this hardware engineer coming around, and so we have a smart chip which is which is embedded in the artwork. Let's say I will show this here. Like we have let's say this is one homage Kobe Bryant, but so we have here a little smart chip. It's very small. You cannot see it. But then when I will approach iPhone, this no Android, because so, but actually no. No, it does not work now. I don't know. It was, what's wrong? So in any cases, certificate pops up. On the screen, and we can see the. Okay, I will go further because it doesn't. Internet is not working well. So then certificate pops up with all this data sharing and when his history of when this work was sold or when it was when it was created, etc. So I will go a little bit through the presentation of the sculpture works. So these are polyester works in the garden, and this is in the Paris. It's also in Paris. I have to put the light like this. And the other, so we can really play with technology like this. And these are ceramics. These are collages on the wood, which are combined with photography. Okay, and then we go back to this Norwegian decentralized arts ecosystem. So idea is that every work, the creator is that every work I create or every artist is creating is connected to this general ID, and that every artist is acting like a node because producing augmented value, so that all the works, all these different steps in career, and all these IP rights are connected, and everything is giving augmented value to the artist and to the entire community. So because the idea is also to tokenize artists and artworks, so that really art is kind of valuable financial asset. because in many cases, it is really difficult to evaluate, to properly evaluate artwork. And with this connection and interoperability of the blockchain systems, we are also working with the European Commission, and Nena de Kozo and Tadej Slapnik, they are Slovenes, they are working strongly there to to enable this interoperability of the blockchain, because the perspective is to really have a global interoperable blockchain structure for all the artworks, and that every data, all the museums and galleries, majority, can be linked on the same system, and that it will be really possible to exchange and to have these values stable and accessible. I'll go a little bit now to because actually the basic is digital platform, and this digital platform has in the back office which is not visible with the blockchain. So okay, I go a little bit through the aquarels now. And then ceramics. These are warriors from the cycle of warriors, and hermaphrodite. This is African queen. Is here in the gallery, and La Negresse, La Montagne. Okay, and the other project we are working is Norwegian Solar. So actually, we have. I will go back on this. So the global is Norwegian decentralized, and then we have Norwegian Solar is a project of when painters are working on the used solar panels. So like it was in the where I showed this one. These are, so here I'm working on the used for solar panels. It's one big painting which is using 5 solar panels. And actually it is the sunset from Lido di Venezia, which will be exposed in the Santa Chiara. It is September. But so technically, or on the project basis, these solar panels, now I'm, it was like this. I'm going back. Sorry for it. It is more. It will be more better to do with screen sharing, but okay, it's like this. So used solar panels are painted, and then we have the project to put them where in the metros or in the tunnels where there are big tunnels where the cars are going through, and also for the airports, like for big public spaces. This is kind of static model. We can place them. And we have another model which is dynamic to sell those panels via of the different artists through the auctions. So via auction houses. But Actually, this is the sustainability project, because actually the destroying the used solar panels is it's a waste, and it's if you want to recycle them, it's more expensive than to destroy them. So basically, factories are destroying. So it is really better to do something with this and to do something beautiful and valuable, because everything this is on this blockchain panel platform. Part of the money is going to the recycling of used solar panels. Part is going to the artists, and part, 1/3 about, is going to the curators of the solar panel, of this entire system. So,
Norma?
yes.
Forgive me for cutting in. Just wanted to remind you that only a few more minutes to go in this session.
Okay, so what can I do? Okay, so I will, about NoraVision Bridge, I will not, maybe I will show only the images of the platform, NoraVision MITV. So, and also these certificates, these are also technology which is on the hardware. And Sky is a Cloudy Boss technology, blockchain technology. And we are also working with Verisart. This also. And I will show, okay, so this is Camille Arang, a hardware engineer who is, his platform is that. We have Roman Ursic, who is a guy from the Media Interactive. He is charged for the NoraVision digital platform. And Joshua Anthony is a CBDO. And he is really, we will use also the Cloudy Boss blockchain for the implementation of all this. Yes, so I will go through a little bit only these solar panels who were exposed at Venice already. And
we have 2 more minutes to go now.
Okay, so so NoraVision Reach we will not show more, because it's one project for the female entrepreneurs. And okay, I will. Yes. So I don't know, is there any question or something? So if anybody would like to participate or to have any advice or to be actively involved in our project, please contact me. I will be very happy, because it is globally running, and yeah.
Okay. Norma, thank you so much. That was a wonderful presentation. And you know, this can only come from the mind and heart of an artist. What you did, it was so unique. The colors so vibrant and captivating, just like you, I must add. And Norma, before we wrap up this session, it is my absolute pleasure to announce that you are winning an award from WEF, which is an iconic woman creating a better world for all. This is for being a change maker in your chosen field and for truly making the world a more beautiful place filled with so much lovely art. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Deepa. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.